Good morning. Welcome to Kinda Keto with Donna. This morning I am going to start putting some stuff together and packing for our upcoming trip. Well, it's actually tomorrow that we are going to go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and we are going to get a cabin and relax and eat and drink, and we're going to still keep it low carb. So check it out with me and see some of the things that I'm going to bring and maybe suggestions for you next time you go on a trip. We are going to do a car ride, so we can bring a few more things than if you're on a plane, but especially if it's a car trip, definitely got a couple of good tips for you. My name is Donna, and I created this channel, one to kind of, keep me on track, but I have lost 45 pounds doing keto / low carb. I don't really even count macros anymore, and I don't really track much. Once in a while, I'll do like a ketone strip, but I just want to show you things that I eat to maintain that loss and suggestions for you that if you're still losing, want to lose, have lost, they say maintenance is the hardest part, but some suggestions for you. So that's what I do on my channel. I do cooking recipes and budgeting tips. In this day and age, we definitely need budgeting tips. Ways to save some money at grocery stores, what I eat when I'm out, things like that. And most of all, encouragement for you. So follow along. If you like that type of content, consider subscribing. So here are a few things that I am going to be taking with me to our little trip. So we are going to be able to do a cabin. So we're actually going to have a little home and not a hotel. And I don't want to leave there very much. It's December. I want to relax. I want to be in a cabin with a fireplace and just enjoy and relax. So here we go. A couple of things I'm going to bring. So I'm going to start off with some almond milk. I'm debating whether to bring this. I like having this because it's shelf stable. But I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of hot chocolate and all, so I may just get the half gallon when we're there. But I'm going to bring this just in case. And I make my hot chocolate with either a chocolate collagen, or I found this in Walmart for, I didn't write this one down, but it's sugar-free, organic, keto-friendly, non-GMO. So this is a really good hot chocolate mix for me. I like that. And we are going to have a little coffee. Usually they have Keurigs there, so I thought this would be handy to bring along with us. And with the coffee, I'm a little older, so for you folks out there who are a little older, hey, put down in the comment if you want how old you are. Do you use collagen? If you do, this is a Perfect Keto brand. It's cinnamon toast. They have these a couple different flavors that I really like, and this one, cinnamon toast, seems to go with December and Christmas time and all that. Dissolves really well. It's sweetened with some stevia, and it's usually really clean ingredients. I got a little pink salt I'm going to bring. I put it in a little bag and keep it in my purse for when I'm out, but also I like to put it on my avocado. We'll pick up a couple avocados while we're there. Hey, speaking of breakfast, I do get certain things at Perfect Keto. Sometimes I get a freebie, and I had gotten this pancake and waffle mix, which I have not tried yet, and I've had it in the pantry for a while because it is pretty easy to make your own, but I thought it'd be easier, less ingredients to bring along with me. It's 0 grams sugar, 2 grams of net carbs per pancake, and per serving, excuse me, and 2 pancakes is a serving. I've got some, I like for vacation time, make some chocolate chip pancakes. So I got a little chocolate chip pancakes with the coffee and or hot chocolate. Look at this. I found these skinny syrups. If you're in the keto world, you know about these skinny syrups. But if you don't, they're 0 calories, 0 sugar. They're sweetened with sucralose. And look at the holiday flavor. I was really dying to find some peppermint type of flavor. And when I found this, I didn't mean to get all 3, but it was just such a great deal. And this one was $6.99 at TJ Maxx. And I believe I looked it up on Amazon. They had it, and I think it was $20 for this same pack. And it's a 3-pack. You got salted caramel mocha, Christmas cookie, and peppermint bark. Oh, and it's just such fun flavors. So I'm bringing that along with me. Bunch of waters to keep in the fridge. I bring aluminum foil all the time. We'll probably go out for some sort of pizza. I have found 2 places that are low carb friendly pizzas. And if we have leftover, it's nice to have the foil for the oven there. I always bring a few little chips and stuff just to bring along, depending on where we're going to go for lunch. So I got a couple flavors of my Quest chips, and or depending on what I feel like that day, I've got 2 bags of these pork rinds, which I found at on Amazon during Black Friday. So I thought I might have this even if I just want a snack at night at the cabin. So instead of having Cheez-Its or Chex Mix or those kind of high carb things, I can either have some pork rinds. I can we can pick up a dip if I want maybe, and then use this to dip in. So that's cool. All right, move that to the side. And if I feel like a sweet treat, I got another freebie actually. I've got a brownie mix, also from Perfect Keto, 0 gram sugar, 2 grams of net carbs for 1/16. So for this makes 16 brownies. I thought I'm also going to bring some coconut oil because I believe both of these, the pancake mix is 1 tablespoon coconut oil, and the Perfect Keto is 1/3 cup melted butter or coconut oil. And I thought instead of bringing butter, I just bring the coconut oil. And for sitting at the cabin in front of the fireplace during a holiday time in December, I have made some low-carb Kahlua. And I have a video for that too, of how I made that. And I made 1 batch, and it actually back in late October. And I still have almost a whole jar left there. So I don't do it very often, but especially at the cabin. So my Kahlua is going to go to make a White Russian. So I've got some plain vodka. You don't want flavored vodka. Plain vodka has no carbs. And my low carb vodka is, my low carb Kahlua is sweetened with allulose. And let's see, and then heavy cream. I actually do a mix of a little heavy cream and a little almond milk to make my cocktail. And if you put a little shot of flavor in there, if you like, you have a little extra fun White Russian. I use this for that too. And I'm also bringing some food with me that we had made up ahead of time and saved some leftovers specifically for the cabin. Like I said, I really don't want to leave there hardly at all. So that's why I bring a lot of stuff for my December trip. All right, so I've got some lasagna, and we made this with egg wraps, egg life wraps. I've done it before with palmini noodles, which was decent. Had a little toughness to it. So I decided next time I was going to try the egg life wraps, and they came out so good. So I've got some lasagna, and I have what's called breakfast bake. It's sausage, mushroom, onions, and cheese, and made into a big kind of breakfast casserole. So I saved 2 big pieces of that, and then Bobby and I have that for 1 breakfast. I got pancakes for another breakfast. Pancakes would probably be enough for 2 breakfasts. I don't know. I might pick up just regular eggs anyway. I'll need that for the pancakes and the brownies anyway. So I might just make eggs for 1 day. And I recently did a video on this as well. I made, first time, a keto beef stew. And it was so good. And what is better being in a cabin with cold weather? God, I hope it snows. Having some nice hot beef stew for a second. Also, when I made the beef stew, Cheddar Bay biscuits, keto style Cheddar Bay biscuits. Oh, don't they look good? So I've got 4 of them. I got 2 for the lasagna night, and 2, 1 for my husband and I, and then 2 more for our beef stew night. So we're going to bring that with us as well. We are going to be eating good. All right, before we head out, I'm just going to have a nice simple breakfast here. So I'm starting off on a good foot, even though I'm in vacation mode. Just some scrambled eggs. I usually only do a half of an avocado, but I'm doing the whole one. It's really, really ripe. and I don't want to leave a half in the fridge. And I had like one last slice of bacon. I'm not going to put cheese on the eggs because we're going to probably have pizza for lunch today. So I'm just going to do a little hot sauce. And I got my pink salt from my avocado. And I got my coffee. And I got a little water with my vitamin. And then we'll head out in about a half an hour. All right, it's pretty windy, so I don't want to do much here. I'll do more videotaping once we're inside the place, but we're going to Big Daddy's Pizzeria because I believe they have what I'm looking for, a sausage crust pizza. I'm going to do a side salad so I have enough pizza left over for tonight, for later for dinner. And this looks like a good salad, but probably a pretty good size. But it sounds good. Gorgonzola vinaigrette dressing. I'm just going to leave off the crostini, but that sounds good. Get a little greenery here. And this place has lots of different toppings. You know, little featured pizzas. Really good. Ooh, taco pie, bee sting, the big dill. Really kind of fun toppings, which I got to take a little look-see at. But you see, on it says nothing about the sausage crust pizza. So you have to ask for it. And toppings, yep, nothing about it. So I called ahead of time to make sure they did have it. All right, I'm a big fan of white pies, so I'm going to do the great white Alfredo sauce. Mozzarella, provolone, ricotta, feta, and parmesan. Fabulous. I'll add some roasted garlic and some banana peppers. All righty, got my white pie, and really is a sausage crust. Is that amazing? That's why I thought I'd skip the pepperoni. I thought I had enough. But it is made out of sausage. So it's going to be a very filling pie, and definitely I'll have leftover. Got a little oregano on the side. And I used to love having Mountain Dew with pizza. So I got a little electrolyte drink. So it kind of feels a little like soda. That's what I'm having to drink. I'm going to enjoy this pie. Okay, here is our little home away from home for the next few days. I'm trying to lighten this up, but whatever. Okay. So this is Hidden Mountain Valley Resorts, and this is Firefly, and this is our home. Okay, decided to sleep in a little bit for first morning. It's nice to have that little extra shut-eye and get caught up on that. So I'm having kind of a light breakfast because we're going to meet some people at 12 o'clock for lunch. So the funny thing is I got this ratio keto yogurt at Kroger yesterday, and just mostly because it was reduced. I'm like, why did I get that? It was an impulse buy. So that worked out well. I didn't want a heavy egg breakfast or my pancakes, and I forgot to get eggs. So we'll have to pick that up today so I can have pancakes tomorrow. So I got my yogurt. We did pick up some avocados, so I got my avocados. I'll just have a whole one then to tide me over with my pink salt. And they had a nice little mug here. It said, have a Merry Christmas, ho, 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 merry and bright. So I got a little coffee with my collagen creamer and a little heavy whipping cream. And this should tide me over till lunch. Okay, so one of the places I'm going to hit up for lunch, we're going to meet some people there actually. It is called Blue Moose Burgers and Wings. This is kind of a regular spot for us when we're in the area. And wings are a nice, easy, low-carb option. You get the dry rub, and you're good to go. I don't want to film inside because we do have people with us. But this is a great place in Pigeon Forge called Blue Moose Burgers and Wings. Here's one of our dinners, warming up the beef stew, and that looked really good. It's got the radishes and some carrots and celery, got the almond flour cheddar bay biscuits in the oven, and here's one of our dinners, and low carb. What's more of a vacation breakfast than some pancakes? So I am going to make some pancakes today, and I have gotten this perfect keto version of pancake and waffle mix. Just got to be less ingredients to bring along. And I got some eggs. I had brought my coconut oil. which I needed to melt in a little cup there first. Let it cool just a little bit. All right, got it going. So I got myself some chocolate chip pancakes via Perfect Keto. I've got a little Lakanto maple syrup that I really like, and some butter on there. Got a couple slices of bacon, and I got hot chocolate with a little skinny syrup, the peppermint bark, and I am ready for breakfast. I do have a couple tips for you. If you're cooking in a cabin or a vacation home, get all your utensils and things like that ready to go, so you're not like looking for a spatula while your pancakes are burning, which is what happened in my first batch. But anyway, here's breakfast number 2. Now here's a fabulous idea for one special dinner, but also just, it's great for keto, low carb, carnivore, because it's a steakhouse, but it's one of those Brazilian steakhouses. This one's called Gaucho Urbano in Pigeon Forge, and the Brazilian steakhouse, meaning, they're going to bring meat around to you. They have, let's go inside and see what we got. I've never been here before, so we've got a full bar. Got a beautiful Christmas tree. It's very modern. Oh, look at that with the little deer. Isn't that sweet? And kind of like a lot of clean lines and black and white. All right, this place is very pretty. All right, so the main menus are our choices. You can just get salad bar and side dishes, but why on earth would you do that? You can just get chicken and salad for $39.50. You can choose 9 meats here: sirloin, pork ribs, chopped sausage, leg of lamb. Ooh, I like leg of lamb. But I think we're just going to go for the whole kit and caboodle, the Gaucho experience. It is $52.50, so it is kind of a special. So either for like a holiday or, if you got an anniversary, birthday or something. Picanha, I think if I'm saying that right, that is fabulous. I've had that before. Beef ribs, filet mignon, leg of lamb, chicken leg sausage. Oh, it's just looking so good. So that is what we're having. Now, obviously, you want to save room for the good stuff. You're paying $52, but they have a beautiful salad bar and plenty of things that are low carb. I always like my deviled eggs. Got some smoked Gouda, a little pepperoni, cherry pepper, tomato, fresh mozzarella with some balsamic, and I'll be going back for a little lobster bisque. I decided to pass on a cocktail because, they're usually sugar laden. So I got my little electrolyte drink, and at home I have my low carb white Russian, or at the cabin I have my low carb white Russian. So I just saved myself $12 not getting a cocktail here. So the gauchos come over to your table and they cut off slices of meat for you, and then you just take your little fork and you grab it, and look at that beautiful meat. One more, thank you. And you said we picked the one that has 16 different meats, so we're going to have a lot of fun to go in there. Thank you so much. And what's great about a place like this, a Brazilian steakhouse, is look at all the different cuts of meat that you can get, and chicken, and pork, and ribs, versus going to a steakhouse and having to choose one. So here you get just a little plethora of different ones, and they're so flavorful, and they're spiced really great, and they're coming out nice and hot. So once in your life, got to hit up one of these Brazilian steakhouses. And today we are just hanging out at the cabin. I watch Christmas movies, have hot chocolate, get in the hot tub like at least 4 or 5 times. So breakfast is going to be simple. I brought some leftover breakfast bake I had made a couple weeks ago and froze. And a little avocado. Sorry, it's pretty ripe, so not as pretty to look at. But anyway, my little coffee, my little pink salt, and get to cozying up after breakfast.